Welcome to this week's episode of the Declutter 360 podcast. I'm Lauren Diekman, a certified home organizer and mindset coach who's created this space that is dedicated to helping you unlock your potential to live an organized life once and for all. Are you ready to get organized from all angles? Let's dive in. Hello, my friends. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the Declutter 360 podcast today. Oh my goodness. I am excited to join you today. I kind of went back and forth a little bit about whether to release an episode on Thanksgiving. And I thought, why not? Why not? Because I cannot tell you how thankful I am for the organization in my life. And how thankful I am for all of you to be here sharing in this journey with me, to be trusting me to guide you in your decluttering and organizational journeys. And I'm also so thankful for all of the opportunities that I have had to step into the homes of others, because it truly is a privilege to be trusted to step into someone's home with them and help them to create peace and order in their lives. And so, in the spirit of gratitude, I just wanted to share that with you all today, because there is something so fulfilling for me about being a professional organizer. And someone once said to me, Lauren, you come out of jobs and you talk about your jobs and how you just feel so what's the word? Energized. That's one way that I describe it a lot of times. Like, how are you not exhausted after a day of going in someone's home and helping them with their things? And yes, sometimes I am pretty physically tired because it can be a lot of work to be organizing, especially when you're going through a lot of stuff, and not just physically exhausting, but it can be mentally draining as well. There's that idea that we've talked about many times here on the podcast about, facing these sentimental decisions. And even when they're not my decisions to be made, that can be draining over time. But more often than not, I am overwhelmed with a certain energy in coming out of a space. And I truly believe that that energy comes from gratitude for being trusted to come in and guide these individuals, guide my clients in creating spaces that create simplicity and peace for them within their home. And the smiles on their faces and the thanks and gratitude that they share with me truly fills my cup at a level I don't think I really could have grasped before I became a professional organizer. And so today I want to give you an opportunity to focus in on a little piece of gratitude. So whether you're listening on Thanksgiving or you're catching this episode a little bit later, it's totally fine. But I just wanted to give you a moment to focus in on that gratitude and think about, what is it in your life right now that you are thankful for? And even if organization is something that you are struggling with, or you're working towards, or you're trying to muster up the encouragement and the motivation to work towards it, you are here listening to this podcast, however you found it, right? And I want you to think about what piece of organization in your life right now is working for you. Because I think a lot of times, when we're thinking about our organizing journeys, we think of it more as a to-do list And there's always going to be more to be done. It's an ongoing process, this organizational journey, my friends. And so even for myself, there's always going to be work to be done. But I find that that work is more meaningful and just kind of hits a little differently when I can take the time to pause and express gratitude for what I've already done and ways that I've created supports for myself, supports for others, and just think through what I'm so grateful for having already achieved within my space. So I want to invite you to do the same thing today. So even if the only step you have taken is to Google or search for podcasts that focus on decluttering, and so here you are, and you found the Declutter 360 podcast, and that's it. Go ahead and lean into the gratitude that you have for finding that and for taking that first step in the process of getting your life organized from all angles, as I like to say. Now, as I wrap this up, I want to keep this super short because it is Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving season. And this can be a season of hustle and bustle between Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays, the New Year holiday, and then all of a sudden we kind of hit the new year and things tend to kind of come to a screeching halt, right? There's something about January. What's the joke that there's how many hundreds of days in January? It's like January 74th or something like that. I see those memes every year. But I want you to pause, take a moment for gratitude. And when you do that, hopefully that's going to help you focus on taking the next step in your organizational journey. My friends, that next step may be joining me in the Daily Decluttering Challenge. It starts November 29th. That's Black Friday. So if you're listening to this on Thanksgiving, the Daily Decluttering Challenge starts tomorrow. So hop on into the show notes. If you haven't already joined the Declutter 360 Facebook group, come and join us. This community is wonderful, and this is where we're going to be having the Daily Decluttering Challenge. That way we can, really foster some conversation, give you an opportunity to create some accountability for yourself in sharing as you participate in the Daily Decluttering Challenge. I'm going to help you build those decluttering habits in a really quick and simple, easy way, right? We're going to build those habits. We're going to get you decluttered for the holidays and help you get started with those decluttering habits so that you can continue them into the new year in 2025. So come and join me over there, friends. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next week on the Declutter 360 podcast. Thank you for tuning into the Declutter 360 podcast today. I am so grateful that you found me and that we can partner together to help you live life organized from all angles. Whether this was your first time listening or you've heard every episode, you'll want to join my email list so you don't miss a bit of the inspiration and motivation to help you stay the course in living organized. Check the show notes for the link to join, okay? And hey, if you found this episode to be particularly helpful or inspiring, I would be so honored for you to share it on socials so we can grow the impact of these messages together. Oh, thank you so much. All right, my friend, that's all for now. Tune in next week for more on the Declutter 360 podcast.